What I learned hard way. So today I want to talk about stuff that I learned hard way, and it took me a while, to be honest, to realize that these are the stuff that are nobody talks about and it's so important. And I went through each step, so I want to tell you that currently there is probably 5 points that I'm going to make, that there's some lessons that I took over the years, and I hope it helps you as well. The first one is, um, we currently live in an era that there's so much information everywhere, and we don't let our mind wander. Like it's a big deal, because if you look at it in the past, let's say 100 years ago, people didn't have this type of technology, so they would spend time learning something, they would spend time executing, and they would let their mind wander. They wouldn't like go home, scroll 2 hours on the phone, and like wake up, scroll on their phone. They didn't have this, so they had no option, but they had this free time that their mind would wander and come up with ideas and give them direction. And that's how the curiosity also comes into play. Um, so this is why I realized that while everyone is like trying to like everyone is hustling to consume more content, the real game changers the real game changers, the people who are actually making impact, are the ones that who knows these platforms, whatever they're using, is not helpful for them. And look, it depends on what you do. I'm not here to tell you, yeah, if you're a content creator, don't consume content. I'm not here to um, give advice to every single person, but I know that the more information you consume online, I believe it's it's gonna affect the way you do think, and it's also gonna change your personality. And that's why I highly suggest that like you don't watch people who do daily content on YouTube and giving people advices, because it's impossible anyone in the world to give daily advice to anybody. And I don't like to be dick about it, but if you have something to talk about every single day, um, at some point, like it becomes like, the idea is just you have to you're forcing it. So everything takes time. This is another subject that I will talk later, but stop watching people doing everyday content, because they're playing the content game, and your goal is to build yourself. So the first point was, as I mentioned, is try to let your mind wander, and it's so important. It's very important. And the second point that I want to talk is, um, right now, like due to social media, we are always trying to be someone that we are not. We are following other people's blueprint, because we see like their life and stuff, like what they're posting stuff. Oh, I want to be like with this person, which um which I believe is not authentic, because first of all, you don't know that person, their upbringings, where they're coming from, what, like how they've been raised and all that stuff. And um the reality is, the true success comes from leveraging what makes you unique yourself. And you can't force this, okay? And I'm not trying to say that, like, let's say you look up to a successful person and you're like, I want to be like, I want to, my identity, I want to be like that person. That's fine, but I just don't want you to kill your true strength and instincts, your gut, because you're born as a unique human. You have stuff that nobody else has, and this is the truth, and this is just the truth. And that's why, like, I'll give you an example. Let's say that the physics example, like, like let's say you're forcing yourself to learn physics because Elon did, but you have zero natural interest. And like you're not gonna learn physics. You're gonna sit down and you're like, I can't do this, then I cannot be like Elon. So, and the goal is not to be like Elon. This is the thing too. So don't try to be someone you're not. Try, like, figure yourself out, take the time, like listen to yourself. But I wouldn't suggest that you look up to someone that, because they have the lifestyle and you want to adapt, you want to be like them. That's not really should be a thing. Um, my third point is so the third point that I wanted to discuss is basically like, again, this is for because everyone sells course right now. There's course everywhere. You can buy anything, which I highly suggest you buy courses because you learn, you meet people, like it just like it's a good thing, like, and especially online when you buy a course, this is so important. Everything has cycles. So you might buy a course last month from this guy, he just launched a course, and that information can be relevant 3 to 6 months. But I don't believe every single information there is going to be relevant more than 6 months. The industry changes so quick, so fast. Okay, the point here is stop buying courses just because you see someone has flexing. I has some money, he has Bentley and all this stuff. If I have to impress you with the house that I have, if I have to impress you with the stuff that I have, I know it's the human psychology, you will get triggered, but this shouldn't be it. You should be able to see it from a eye, like from a like look clearly the way the person is interacting with you, the way the person is like talking to you, and be like, okay, is this guy legit or not? Like, and you will not know always. But the point is, don't buy courses because someone is wearing Rolex. Like, just don't do that. Ask yourself questions. And because like I also took a note here. Like, money matters, don't get me wrong, by the way, but creating wealth can provide freedom. But when financial success becomes disconnected from personal meaning, you will find yourself in the peculiar position of having made it while feeling completely empty inside, which is that's another thing as well. Like, you want to kind of like um you want to tap into your own, like, strengths, like own, what you believe in. You know what I mean? Stop following, oh, this is what people are doing, I'm gonna do that. This is what it comes down to. It's like the previous point that I made. Like, if you don't like what like if you don't like physics, you're not gonna be able to learn it. And this is my opinion. um the fourth one, my fourth point, um, which I took a note on here as well. The uncomfortable truth about meaningful achievement is that path always includes pain, sacrifice, and moments of crushing doubts that no influencer's simple steps can help you avoid. Okay, like, it's this is the point that I have been going through in the last 10 years of my life. Since I got into high school, I left my parents, and it's been like almost 10 years since high school that, like, the amount of failure, struggles, and not seeing my family. Probably I see them once a year because they live in another country. I don't think anybody, like, I don't want to say anybody, but less, nobody is gonna do what I'm currently doing, like see their parents once a year, maybe sometimes twice, like, sorry, every 2 years once, because of how much I want to be successful and provide value to this world, and I have to go through this route. And yes, this is the only way. And I don't want to see my parents right now because I know, like, that I'm not where I want to be right now fully. So that's why, and this is the path that I'm taking it right now. And yeah, this is the path that I'm taking right now. And I want you to know one more thing. The real journey includes when you're doing something that is also like hard, difficult, and starting your own business and all this stuff, is you are gonna get fucked over and lose money and experience, like, you're gonna be uncertain and it's gonna be stressful and all this stuff. So stop, like, it's not gonna be a perfect route. You're not gonna be like, oh wow, I'm gonna start the journey in here and I'm gonna get here directly. That doesn't happen usually like that. So you start here, you go here back, you go here, you go here. Like it's like this, and then you got here suddenly. So, like, the struggles aren't, like, there is no way without struggles. I really want you to understand this. And it just like it's a hard topic to talk about, but I know it's just crucial, and it's just a test. Like it's a test. And yeah, that's pretty much it that I wanted to talk. This is my fourth point. Um, and one more thing before I go to the past, I took a note on here. It says no one online can accurately predict what will happen when you follow their advice because life contains too many variables, which is why taking imperfect action today always beats waiting for perfect information tomorrow. Like, this is fucking huge. Like, this is fucking huge. I will read it again. No one online can accurately predict what will happen when you follow their advice because life contains too many variables, which is why taking imperfect action today always beats waiting for perfect information tomorrow. I hope this, like, it just let that sink in for a second. I'll pass on to the point five. I call this the internal compass. The single most important question isn't how can I succeed, but rather what actually matters to me and what I'm willing to sacrifice to get it. One of my points is like I wrote it here. For years, my ADHD brain tricked me into believing I needed bigger house, nicer cars, expensive watches, and like until I realized these external symbols didn't actually motivate me at all. They were just societal programming I had unconsciously accepted. Look, I'm gonna tell this again, okay? That doesn't mean that I don't care about money. Let's just get this clear. It doesn't mean that I don't like I won't get the nice watch and all that stuff, but I truly, truly, truly know those stuff don't motivate me because I have seen it. So um I it really doesn't motivate me, and it just like I'm laughing about it is because like I would believe that it would, and it wouldn't. And so really know what matters to you. Like it's deeply believe that like don't get me wrong, by the way, all this stuff, the reason I say it doesn't matter to me because I've seen it and I've experienced it in my life. So that's why I'm telling you that it doesn't matter to me. Maybe it matters to you and there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to know yourself. This is the whole game of this entrepreneurship mindset, like whatever you want to do. If you want to do something, you have to know yourself. Me, right now, the current shit that I'm going through, the reason I'm not giving up, I'm not quitting, it's because I know, I know that my body, my gut tells me this is the way. There is no other way. Like, there is no other option here. And it's so hard for me to explain, like, this, but I just want you to know, like, get yourself aligned, figure yourself out. Like it's so important. And ask yourself that uncomfortable question you're holding to because it's so important. Like that's how you're gonna figure yourself out as well. Don't be scared to ask difficult questions, and that's where a lot of things like will unlock. That's when you will figure yourself out. Like it's hard questions, but I think it's really important. That's it. I made 5 points. I hope it was helpful. Um, I'm just making videos when it things that it comes to my mind, what is important, and I really want to build something well, and this is why I'm keep trying and being consistent on what I do. And I'm in e-commerce. I've been in it for like, if you don't know me, I've been in it for like last, I would say, 6 month ish. Yeah, 6 months. And I've been in it previously again 4 years ago. So I've been in the industry, let's say, around almost since high school. Uh, is it since high school? No, it's I got in it. My bad. In second year of university, so it's been like 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. So that's pretty much it. I hope you find this video helpful, and You got this. You got this. That's all I'm gonna say. Ciao.